Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to you want Mama? Yeah, we miss Mama. She's at work right now. Anyway, you can probably tell that both of the girls are with us right now. So this is a replay that's been a long time coming. I've just been looking for a chance to share this one with you. This is AC in the RU-251. Why did it take me so long to think of the name of my favorite light tank in the game? I got my hands on my own RU-251 after something that I'll never ever stop talking about. I got on Thunder Show, and that gave me the Golden Eagles to buy this very good light tank for Germany, something that has been needed in their tree for a long time. I'd love to see a light tank line for Germany that extends beyond rank 2, but so far all we have is, well, very low rank stuff and not a whole lot of scout tanks for the Germans. Now, Germany is okay without a light tank tree. It is competitive in the game, but looking at nations like, specifically America, who has a whole lot of just about everything, you kind of get a little bit jelly. Especially looking at the beautiful T92 regular tech tree, regular tech tree, as a meta vehicle should be, Gaijin. Picking up his first kill. No hit scan on that one, but it was a kill. AC nicely dug in here to a difficult position, and the replay being a little bit weird, as you might be able to tell. Not showing us everything, but once again, there's a second kill. And let's all say it together. Ladies and gentlemen, the War Thunder replay system. It is the best of the worst, and it is ours. Is that a Red Letter Media reference? Maybe. Anyway, AC continuing to be a bother in the side of the enemy here, using that great ability of the RU-251 to dig itself into an early tactical position and take pot shots at the enemy. There are definitely ways that you can turn this tank into a complete nuisance, and, well, that's not exactly what you're seeing here from AC. He's doing well, and the match is going to go well for him, but the RU-251 is one of those vehicles that can excel at guerrilla-style warfare. You find a place where you can observe the battlefield without being observed yourself, and you just target people who aren't looking at you, and you make them pay for being born ugly. And by that I mean for driving a vehicle that is not the RU-251. So that is the best way to play the RU. Right now, AC is playing it sort of like a medium tank, and this is one of his first matches in the RU-251, so this is completely understandable behavior, and it still works out well for him with 3 kills, early spawn points in the battle, getting that scouting that you can see there on the IS-2, the IS-6? Yes, final answer. This was back when scouting was actually possible. Gaijin did something to the scouting system, and what I think they did is they tied it to crew skills, so you can only scout out to a certain distance, which I find that's acceptable. But the short range of scouting right now and the lack of feedback on whether your scouting will be successful, I find detestable. So, as is sometimes the case, Gaijin has added a reasonable balancing factor to the game, but done so in a less than optimal way. In other words, to put it simply, Gaijin once again balancing the game with a sledgehammer. But that has little bearing on what's happening right now. AC briefly with a score of 669. Nice. Let's see if he can make it up to 4,200 score before the end of this match. Maybe not. especially with another adjustment to the game that's been made recently. I kind of expected that to do more against the mantlet of the Centurion, but with its double layer 150 millimeters of armor, sometimes that just isn't gonna happen. And is it just me, or when a heat round hits a turret that is on the move, does it sometimes just not do what you expect it to do? Maybe that's just me. Another shot that you'd expect to have a good effect does manage to punch through the now actually balanced turret of the IS-6. So much talk about recent changes to the game, isn't it? And although the adjustment to the IS-6, the bug fix, wink wink, to the IS-6 that happened some time ago is not such a recent change, it's all seeming to come together in the mind of this veteran War Thunder player, Gaijin, and their way of balancing the game. As we look at a premium light tank that is only available for a significant investment of Golden Eagles, even if you get a coup in some way, like winning Thunder Show, it's still a large price to pay for this tank that is meta-defining for Germany. The experience at German 6-7 that you have when you don't have the RU-251 is very different than the experience you have when you do. However, talking about meta-defining, here is the regular tech tree BF110 G2, I believe, something along those lines, with the Gustav engines. A beautiful and useful aircraft, if ever there was one. Just as good at 6-7 as it is at its battle rating. I think 3-7, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful dive bombing by AC here as he picks up a couple of ground kills, smoothly passing back to the airfield, and why not pick up a kill on an A2D on the way? I told you it's just as good at 6-7, and a nice landing as well. That's going to wrap it up for the replay that AC sent me. There was a good amount of material there. It gave me plenty of things to talk about, and I really enjoy having a chance to feature my friend on the replays. As you know, you guys are all my friends, but I like to think that AC, Butler, Puma, and a few of you other guys that are really active on the Discord, we got something special going on, and I appreciate that. Moving on to HEATSEEKR. Let's turn off the AC and turn on the heat, shall we? Speaking of air conditioning, the cone, the seeker head in those infrared seeking missiles is super chilled, so that not only can it relate to the dude and just be super chill, but also it can easily identify heat signatures, and we are going to see some heat-seeking action here in the form of our player, HEATSEEKR, and his heat-seeking missiles. The what are they? The Shafrir. Oh! Did you see? Did you see what happened to that bomber? That was beautiful. That was fracking gorgeous. And now we fast forward to some heat-seeking missile action. Target sighted. He's going slow, he's flying low, and he is going splode. That is a puff where an enemy fighter used to be. Now, HEATSEEKR on the defensive, still with a decent amount of energy, needs to outrun, looks like a saber, looks like a machine gun saber at that. So M3 spray a bit there. Now, making distance from his foe using the great acceleration, the good top speed of the Valtour to fly away from the enemy. And I am a massive fan of this aircraft. I do not own one yet. If you're looking to bless me, by the way, at me in the DMs. If you feel like giving me the chance to feature this on a more permanent basis on the channel, I definitely plan to pick up the Valtour. And the fact that it's a premium Valtour, back in the old days on my channel, back when I was a very small, I'm still small, but I'm talking like before 50 subs here. People like Bacon Gaming and Koala were around back then, and I happened to be flying in a match with Koala. I didn't even realize he was in the match because, there's a lot for me to focus on high tier. I was flying the wrpl. You like that little Frenchiness going on there? Yeah, I'm earning my nose with that one. And I have a very French nose, in case you were wondering. Did you see that cannon action? Oh, man, the cannons on the Cannon Vautour are so beautiful with what they do to enemy aircraft. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Aiden cannons, lads and ladies. Now, what was I talking about? Way back in the day, when I was grinding through the French tree, I got to the Vautour, I think it was, is it the A or the B, that just has bombs? And I was flying bomber mode in high tier, and that was when this aircraft, this airframe, you know what I mean, was, I think, 8.0, and it's a damn good 8.0 jet bomber. So I was having a pretty good time, but yeah, high tier, it just ain't my thing. So I didn't get any further than that with the Vautour. But I like how I pronounce it different every single time I mention the name of the Vulture. Anyway, I wasn't a huge jet bomber fan at the time, and I did have some fun, but I moved on to other things, and I never spent any more time really grinding out the French tree. Now I find myself spending my RP on lower tier aircraft in the French tree, briefly barn doors out, aiming, trying to get the guns on target. Not gonna happen. Now, no doubt, warming up the HEATSEEKR. Just kind of a confliction of terms, isn't it? Anyway, he is on the tail of what looks like another Saber, if I'm not mistaken. Just, this match is so gorgeous. Ooh, spray coming in. No doubt from another Saber. This match is just so gorgeous, I decided to go for cinematic mode with it. Now might be a good time to launch the missile. Enemy flying fairly straight, and indeed, we have a missile launch. Can he get convergence? No. Enemy notices the incoming homing missile, pulls a few G's and a roll to shake it off. But that means he's gonna still have the Vulture on his tail, going in for the easy kill on this carrion. Can he catch up in time? A couple of jets in the distance you see firing their missiles, and a score of allies and enemies in that lemming train you tend to see with high tier jets, pulling just enough G's to stay out of missile danger and engaging with the guns. At this tier, you see quite a bit of this, and this is, well, here we go. Pulling in on the enemy as, again, barn door is out, using that deceleration to increase the maneuverability. A close range launch on the heat-seeking missile, and a splash, and I'm being attacked! I think I'm gonna have to pause, guys. I gotta go, what do you want? What do you want? Yeah? She's just picking up my necklace. She just wants to play. Yeah, necklace. That's right. So this is my 2-year-old. This is Brooklyn. Yeah, headphones? Yeah, now she's pulling on my mic. You are just playing with me. You are messing with me. I can't talk about HEATSEEKR because you're attacking me. Hey, what do you want? Anyway, stuff happened. The battle winding down a small bit. HEATSEEKR having picked up 3 kills at this point. A couple with the missiles, and one, excuse me, no, would it be 4 at this point? A couple with the missiles, a couple of cannon kills, one a complete shred on a bomber, beautiful to see. Another shooting down an enemy aircraft as he was landing. Again, one of those dangers in jets. The airfield is not a safe place, and I feel like at high tier that is completely reasonable. You should be tactical enough to not be landing in the middle of a battle. Either carry more fuel or end the match faster. No mercy for those who seek to land and refuel / rearm at high tier. I think that Airfield AA is a good protection for lower tier stuff for players who are still learning the game, as HEATSEEKR was dealing with an enemy on his tail, little dodging maneuvers, keeping his energy high, looping around now in a high loop, not high enough to avoid an encounter, but enough to gain mobility, trading speed for altitude, increasing his maneuverability, coming down on the enemy and turning it into a dogfight. And to see someone dogfighting in the Valtour is an inspiring experience. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Competent gameplay. So this is very... as the enemy splashes into the sea, not ready to face a Valtour who had the altitude, who had the maneuverability, and was dropping down onto his tail. We could call that a maneuver kill, maybe a psychological victory, but yet another tally to scratch onto the wing of the Valtour, or the side of the fuselage, as it were, as we use the Aiden brake and observe the corpse of another American jet player who, for one reason or another, did not successfully land his Sabre. Maybe he was missing part of a wing or something. But a beautiful aircraft, by all means. The most gorgeous thing of all, of course, the magnificent Israeli Air Force rondels plastered all over the plane, and a beautiful sunset to finish things off. The last enemy was climbing to altitude in, what is that, a MiG 15, something like that. Now, maneuvering in a spiral dive, and like Grandpa coming down the stairs in his boxers with the barn door open for mobility, and he's about to give the dongle to this poor enemy jet in the form of yet another heat-seeking missile. The Chaffrier, a very effective, relatively low-tier heat-seeking missile. Again, unfortunate that the premium version of this aircraft is the best version of the Valtour, and unfortunate that the best light tank in the German tree is a premium vehicle. But let's pass on that conversation for now. Congratulations to Air Conditioning Fan and HEATSEEKR for the fantastic replays that they sent in quite some time ago, and I just got around now to doing. You can hear why I don't get all that many chances to record these days. I get ambushed by my girls fairly frequently. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. Sorry for all the screaming, except that I'm not sorry. I love showing off my girls. And I always get loud when they attack me, because they love it. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.